the basic operation of the electricity grid and why solar panels are killing it. Right, your plug in the wall is 240 volts at 50 hertz. Doesn't start out that way. It starts out at over 500,000 volts from the power station and then gets broken down into the 240 volts. This is all done by transformers. Transformers work by induction. Now, a clean energy supply looks like that. And that's what a transformer needs to operate efficiently. They don't run 100% efficiency. There's a loss every time you step down the power. But every time you step down the power, you increase the current. That's how it goes. The current in the transmission lines is very, very low, but the voltage is very, very high because you get less loss in the system because the loss is dependent on I squared, current squared. So if you make the current very, very low, your loss is negligible. That is why you'll have high tension lines in the street and then step down transformers near the houses. So there is as little loss in the system as possible, but there's going to be loss because transformers run 90-95% efficient. Whatever isn't converted into electricity, the loss is through heat and some noise, but heat essentially. Okay, once you start connecting asynchronous devices into the grid, which it's not designed for, you get this situation where all those solar panels are turning on and off out of phase with the grid, which means that the transformers don't operate efficiently. In some cases, if that gets very bad and it's extremely asynchronous, they'll stop functioning altogether. And it's an absolute travesty that not one single engineer or grid worker or anyone, linesman, anyone, has come out and stated this fact. And essentially, the government has initiated a plan to pay people to shut the grid down. And this is only for grid tie systems, of course, but it's going to be nasty. If the rate of solar panel installation keeps going, the grid is going to fail. There's no two ways about that, because on the one hand you've got this extra load being put on the grid, at the other end they're blowing up power stations. It's going to fail. It is going to fail, and the government's paid people to make it fail.